Hello, everyone, Randy here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 on Pallegney, France here. Beautiful weather. Oh, well, we'll see what kind of work we can get done here today. Last episode, I believe, got all the animals taken care of. We are still in the month of March here because we can start planting some of our crops here. Mainly oats. We don't probably need a lot of oats, but we should probably have a little bit here. The horses are starting to get a little bit low on them. If we check here a minute, let's see once here. Oh, are we? No, as I said, I didn't think we were completely out. We got like 8,000 liters left, so not a lot. Which does remind me, I should like sell the horses because they are like maxed out. We should probably, before I forget this again, let's just go do that here a minute. Visit the horses. Where is the trigger? I think that's that one right there, right? Get in here and see what we got. Horses. I want to sell. I think it's that one. Yes. It's going to be 4,300 because we got to pay a $300 fee. Now, if we were willing to transport the animals ourselves, everyone, then we probably wouldn't have to pay that fee. But, I mean, for 300 bucks, 300 times, I think there's 16 horses. Yeah, 16 horses here. You folks do the math. I don't think we can even buy a trailer for that price. Now, mind you, of course, when we're selling maybe 300 pigs, that might be a slightly different story, but then you also have to make probably like 100 trips because, you know, the in-game Giants pig trailer probably holds like 5 or something like that. No one Giants, right, that one? Am I going to have to like put a... Wait, why are we purchasing? I'm not purchasing, we're selling. Did we guys sell them already? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. All sold already. Well, let's go buy some new ones then. Just max it out, 13. We don't really care what kind we got, do we? There we go. Okay. I think last time around we had one of each. Price-wise, I don't think it matters, though. They're all the same price to buy. They're all the same price to sell, so... And I should have probably paid a little bit closer attention to that one. I don't know exactly when the horses were ready to sell, but they've definitely been ready to sell here for the last couple months for sure, so... Yes, got those sold. If we go back and check, yep, they are now worth 120. Wow, we bought them for what, 500, I think? I guess their health is 0%. Probably should make sure. I think they got everything they need, except for root crops. We're not bothering with that one. Screw that nonsense. Okay, anyway, as I was saying on the oats, that one, we can start planting some oats here this month, so we'll probably get on that. I think that's the only thing we can sell here at this point. With that being said, I was kind of looking at our field situation here. Debating on how we want to handle this, because here again, we definitely do not have enough feed here for our animals, so we need to maybe do something about that here. We've definitely added some fields to our portfolio here since last planting, but probably still not enough. So I'm kind of thinking maybe like 46, 45, 44, buy them all, combine them all into one field. Now I believe this little spot right here probably has a power pole in it. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, that might be the only... Oh, actually, no, I don't think it's even that spot, is it? Oh, no, yeah, it is to that spot. Is there a collision on this? Probably is. Oh, yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, we just go around it. Wouldn't be the end of the world. Or get rid of it. I get the power company wouldn't mind, right? Nah, they wouldn't mind at all. Or we just combine 46 with 47 and then 45 with 44. That's definitely an option as well, I'm thinking. Anyway, oats, I'm thinking 34 and 33 here. That's probably our smallest field here, I think. I got 36 there. Yeah, I'm thinking probably 34, 33 here. Probably our smallest field. We'll plant the oats in that. So let's get started on that here this episode. We got to find our next at here, which is our planting and harvesting piece of equipment here. For those of you wondering if this piece of equipment will make it into the next series, probably not. Nothing against that one. Yeah, we played with it. Probably not going to play with it again, at least not in the near future. If you haven't tried it out, I would definitely recommend doing so. It is a DLC, of course. So, but if you have the Season 1 pass, that one, then, well, you should have it for free. Or, free. It comes with the Season 1 pass, right? As does the plains and prairies, or prairies and plains. I always forget. Is it plains and prairies or prairies and plains? Probably go either way. I mean, you folks know what I mean. Oh, we should probably get some seed for this, shouldn't we? Probably not too bad. We can probably just go around the corner. The shop is over yonder there somewhere. Oh, that's disconnected. Okay, hold it. Hold it. Didn't realize that was disconnected. And how come it's not letting me connect? Like right by it here. Really? I don't have to fold back out, do I? That'd be kind of annoying. Let's see if that's close enough. I wonder if you got to fold back out. Doesn't seem to be letting me connect, so. And I didn't notice that this was disconnected. I'm sure when I disconnected this one, I'm guessing I probably left that connected, but I don't know why. Seems like the cultivator portion always self-disconnects, or the seeder. I guess it's kind of, yeah, there it goes. I guess you do have to be folded out for it to connect, don't you? Okay. Now we fold back in. This episode just gonna be nothing but trouble here. You folks didn't get to see it here, but I had all kinds of troubles trying to get the game going here today. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Not necessarily the game. Well, actually, it was the game too. I went to start up the game. I went and I got a message that the game XML file was corrupt, and do I want to replace it with the one in the program directory? I'm like, okay, well, I guess so. So I don't know why, but when I went to start the game XML was corrupt. So if anything looks different, that's probably because all my settings got reset. So I should probably really get into that and make sure everything's still where I want it as far as graphics and all that stuff. I did go in and change it. I do run 4K on my monitor here. And I was like, wow, why is that so blurry? Oh, it's only running 1080p. Telling you folks, once you go 4K, you won't go back to 1080p. 1080p looks so blurry compared to 4K now. So I was like, whoa, what is wrong with this? It just does not look good. 4K is 4 times the resolution of 1080p, by the way. Oh, and apparently developer mode got turned off as well, so I can't open up the developer controls or frame rate or any of that, thing like that. I was going to see if our frame rate was still good yet. No idea. Let's hope no cars are coming, because I'm going to try to go around this way. I don't think I can make it around that way, but oh, there come cars, of course. I still question them on how European farmers think they're going to get this down the road where they live. Again, at least from what I was told of, and this is a like a German piece of machinery here, German engineering. I'm like, okay, have you Europeans seen your roads? Because based on the roads I've seen on the maps I have played, like, you folks need some help. No offense. That's just some bulldozers and excavators, personally. I don't remember how much this holds here again. Holds a crap ton of fertilizer, if I remember correctly, and like next to no seed. Yeah, we got like 9,000 fertilizer in here. 4,000 or 5,000 seed, if I remember correctly. I don't know why such the large disproportion on that there, but let's see, we got 4 fertilizer tanks and 1 piddly little seed tank in the middle here. Yeah, it's gonna be like 4,000 some odd liters. Actually, it looks like it's full already, so I'm not sure where it's where's it putting the rest of this? Because this is full, isn't it? I don't see it filling up anymore. Curious where the rest of it goes. Please wait while I get out of the shop here. At least the field we're going to is like literally right there, so. Oh, no. I was going to start on full length. Wait, no. You need to line up a little better than that. Okay, now we can start unfolding. Okay. And while that's unfolding here, let's get some steering assist set up as well. As a reminder, it doesn't give you the right width, Evan, so like 13 and a half, I think you get away with. I usually just set it at 13, make sure we get good overlap. Although even with that overlap, Evan, we still end up with what I'm assuming... Wait, oh. Thought I changed that right. I did not. Oops. Come on, change. Come on. Why will you... Oh, I'm on the wrong... I'm probably on the wrong one. There we go. Oops, there. Okay, is everything lower down? It is not. Everything lower down now? I think so. But yeah, going back to my story there, I'm going to get the game going here. Said my game XML was corrupt. And then for some reason, my mouse won't work either. I don't know why. I ended up having to plug the mouse into a different USB port. I have a second identical mouse. Plugged that one in, it didn't work either. I'm like, oh, okay, well, we'll try a different USB port then. And then a different USB port, it works. So, like, that's slightly concerning. The mouse I have, I mean, I like it so much, I actually bought a second one. And then, actually, I think I'm on my third one, if I remember correctly. The first one I had, I don't remember what happened to it, but had to replace it for some reason. So I'm on my second one at the moment. The second one is, like, really old at this point. I've had it for a long, long time. And I've got a third one here as a backup, too, just in case this one ever, bites the dust. Like, yep. For those of you who wonder what my preferred mouse of choice is, that is the Corsair M65, I think. Looking, I don't see the model number. I think it's the the M65, if I remember correctly. Corsair M65. And then I got the Corsair keyboard that goes with it as well. I've got the older model that doesn't have the RGB on it. Of course, the newer model, the one I have, has all RGB on it now. I do like a lit keyboard. That one makes it kind of nice so you can see your keys really easily. Like I said, mine just has a light. It doesn't have any colors or anything. And that, I think that's a K60, I'd like to say. I think it's the Corsair K60. Or either that, maybe I have my numbers backwards. That one, and it's M60 and then a K65 or something like that. But I think I got it right. I think it's the mouse is the 65 and the keyboard is the 60. Trying not to plant in our grass field because we got a little bit over there, which I'm blaming that on the hired worker, I think. I don't think I did that, but possibly I did. I will say I'm kind of curious where those tram lines are coming from yet, because as I said before, we've got 100% overlap on the planting, Evan, so it's like, where is all this nonsense coming from? I don't know. Oh. That's a new line right there. Not ready for that one. Just a reminder here, by the way, if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. As always, if you like the video, well, don't forget to click that thumbs up icon there as well. And if you'd like to join us on our multiplayer servers, you can find our multiplayer server information down below in the description there. And again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. And yes, there's that grass that got destroyed here. I said, blaming the hired worker. Tend to be a little bit OCD with my grass fields, so don't think I would have done that. Possibly I did, but I don't think so. One thing to keep in mind with this particular piece of equipment, so even though it does have a cultivator up front and a planter in the back of one, it applies everything in one spot. I'm not sure if that's all up front or if it's across the entire thing here. That I'm not sure. I guess we can find out. You raise it up. Looks like it applies it across the whole thing. Oh, it does actually miss a little bit. Okay, so there's a spot in the middle it doesn't do anything with. But if you notice, Evan, this is not cultivated here. This is not cultivated ground. That is planted ground there. I think we can confirm that here if we bring this up. So yeah, you can see that. So even though this is a cultivator up front, the game is, I don't know what you want to call it, cheating? It's, yeah, not entirely sure what you call it. But the cultivator is not cultivating, the cultivator up front is planting. Hopefully that makes sense. And then the planter in the back is also, you'll never guess, planting. Or seeder, I guess, technically, right? The seeder in the back is also seeding. Oh, let's see. Can we just back down here to this one? I think that's what we're going to try to do. I always like to start it in a corner myself. I want to start in the middle and like, not my style. Nope. I'll roll into our hayfield there now. Speaking of hayfield, we need to do that hayfield to do well here because we're going to need some hay bales here for next time. I think we finally actually probably have enough hay, Evan. Yeah, we actually didn't have to buy any hay this time around. Came a little close there. Was it the cow barn over here? I think it was this one over here we had to bring a few bales to. So we are completely out of bales. Well, I shouldn't say, I mean, like the horses have a couple bales. And this barn here might have had a couple bales in it. So we're not like completely out, but we're, for all essential purposes, we're out in the storage barn there. Plenty of silage, though. Like, plenty of silage. I'm liking what I'm seeing with that one. We just need to get our other crops up here now. The pig food is the most concerning here at this point. Like, I don't think we even have close to enough, everyone. Like, if we look at the corn here, we're down to 100,000 liters. Like, we're burning through, like, well over probably 50,000 liters a day here, like, no problem. And then, you know, the wheat and sunflowers and canola and soybeans along with it there. We're just, we're eating up the crops, Evan. Actually, speaking of wheat, I do actually have wheat planted, don't I? Good. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have any. I do have some planted. 70 and 69 have wheat on them. Thinking I probably should have planted like 4 times as much, but we have any wheat fields we can buy? Yeah, a small one over there. Doesn't look, I mean, we could do barley too. What color is barley here again? I think that's the darker color, right? Yeah, barley. Got a couple barley fields around. Nothing big though. That's 64, kind of small. 53 again, kind of small. 78 and 50 and 79. Might be some options there. They are kind of small though, like I said. Just a reminder here again, too, by the way, I always enjoy reading all your comments, Evan, so if you got something to say, throw it down in the comments there. And speaking of which, let's get some comments loaded up here. Here's what you folks had to say here for last episode. Start off with the first comment here. Brian was saying Judith Plains, Montana, mapped by DJ Modding, is an excellent 4X map for the new DLC to play on. Now, if we do play on a 4X map, that'll be our first 4X map here for Farming Simulator 25. For those of you not familiar with a 4X map, it is 4 times bigger than your normal map. And your normal map is, was it 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers, by the way. So 4X is 4 kilometers by 4 kilometers. 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers, I think that's 1.2 miles. So we're like 2.5 by 2.5 miles on a 4X map. So that's a decent amount of land, everyone. Decent amount of land. Although probably still a small farm. For some of the farms nowadays. For those who remember, we played on the 36X map here back in Farming Simulator 22. That was a I think it was 36X if I remember correctly. 36X map. That map was like ginormous. I mean, that map was huge. I mean, practicality-wise, I mean, unless you're on like some sort of multiplayer, there's really no need for a map much bigger than 4x, in my opinion. Even if you do have a big multiplayer server and you have a 16x map, Evan, my experience is the servers can't handle 16x maps, so there's really no point in playing on anything bigger than 4x. And if you're playing by yourself, really a standard size map is more than sufficient. Of course, you want to break out the really big equipment. Then sometimes, 4x is kind of nice. Which would obviously be the idea here if you choose that or any of one of the other 4x maps for the next one. I won. Play with some of the new DLC equipment there, the plains and prairies. Or is it prairies and plains? Good question. Next comment here was RC Win. RC Win, the practice or word is shadow ban. Yes, that is the word I was looking for here last episode. Couldn't think of the name of it. Thank you for that there, RC Win. Yes, shadow ban. And he also says great videos. Thank you very much for that. Matt just left an interesting comment here. You're saying we use a John Deere 2010 to pull a grain drill, multi-packer, fertilizer spreader, hay wagons, bush hogging, and other lightweight jobs. And he says we have a 4010 for our powerhouse machine. He says they were a great change from the John Deere 60A and B. We also have a 430 case with a matic transmission to do the same type of work as the 2010. Those of you who don't know, the John Deere 2010 does not hold the greatest of reputations for tractors when it comes to John Deere. Overall, in my opinion, not a terrible little tractor. It's just a pain to work on. So if anything breaks on it, that's where it kind of sucks. They didn't make it easy to fix stuff on that tractor. It's a smaller tractor, and the way they've got it cobbled together, like I said, yeah, a little bit difficult to take it apart and change out stuff and fix stuff, depending on what you got to do with it. On that nice little tractor, my grandpa had a John Deere 2010 gas, which I think, someone correct me from, I think it's like a 45-ish horsepower tractor, if I remember correctly, somewhere in that neighborhood. And the jobs Mattis describes here, that's pretty much exactly the jobs my grandpa did with it as well. He pulled a seed drill with it. He'd pull his corn planter with it as well, usually. My grandpa had a 4-row. I'm trying to think, I think it was an international planter, if I remember correctly. International 4-row planter. And that was on 42-inch rows, I think. And then my grandpa, instead of a multi-packer, usually pulled like a drag or something along with it. And then, yeah, that was his bush hogging tractor as well a lot of times. Hay and tractor. Put the baler on the bigger tractor, and the 2010 could pull the hay wagons back and forth. My grandpa's tractors was a John Deere 2510. That was his big tractor. John Deere 2010. And then he had a John Deere 520. John Deere 520 was a tricycle tractor, John Deere 2-cylinder. That tractor unfortunately sat in the barn one too many years, and yeah, when we went to get it out of it, it was seized up beyond seized up. I'm not entirely sure whatever happened to that tractor. Last I had heard, obviously it was sold on auction. But then the last I heard, the person that sold or bought it on the auction, I think it was like a year later, tried to sell it again, and I'm not sure what happened after that. So who actually has it now, I don't know. But from what I heard, the person that bought it resold it. I'm just going to guess, Evan. A person that bought it probably thought they could free it up, and guessing they probably could not. we did attempt to break it free ourselves, that one, with 0 luck. And we did make a few desperate attempts at it as well, I might say. We actually let it sit for like 3 months with the, is it Marvel Mystery Oil? I don't remember what we put in it again. I'd like to say it was like Marvel Mystery Oil. And we filled the cylinders up. We filled the entire tractor up with Marvel Mystery Oil, essentially. And, yeah, we tried to break it free. No go. She was solid as a rock. And it, yeah, opened up the various, cavities and stuff. And let's just say the rust had rust. That tractor, unfortunately, sat in my grandpa's cow barn. And that barn must have been damp or something. Because, yeah, that tractor, unfortunately, the internals just rusted to heck. The other tractors my grandpa had, the 2010, the 2510, sat in his pole barn. So I have to assume, even if that 520 was sitting in the pole barn as well, it might have been okay, maybe. I'm just going to guess that maybe something to do with sitting in the cow barn. Maybe had something to do with that rusting as bad as what it did. Like I said, we took the cap off, and the cap had rusticles growing on it. Not good. Not good. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't know whatever happened to that tractor. One would have been a fun tractor to try to rebuild, and I had thought about buying it, but yeah, when we tried to break it free, couldn't. And when I had, seen how bad it was, I'm like, oh boy, that's my unexpert opinion is too far gone. What the actual cylinders and stuff look like, I don't exactly know. I don't remember if we scoped that out or not, or if we just filled it up. I know we filled it up, but I don't remember if we scoped it first or not. And like I said, we did let it set for several months there with the, I think it was Marvel Mystery Oil, if I remember correctly, in it. And then, yeah, when it did actually come try breaking it loose of it, we pulled it with another tractor, and we tried yanking on it, and, yeah, the tires just drug the whole way. Put it on the pavement and gave it a couple yanks. Actually, you know what? Speaking of which, I think, we might have actually broke something, I think, when we were trying that. Now that I think about it, Evan. I think we actually, on the last pull, I think something gave way, and like, well then, I guess we're done with that. Now that I think about it, I think that might be what happened. My grandpa actually had another truck we tried doing that with as well. I think that was like a Dodge. Oh, it was like a Dodge 4500 or something like that, I think. Kind of a cool, older, I'm going to guess 1960s, probably somewhere in there, Dodge truck. Not exactly sure on the age of it, but same story with that truck as well. We tried breaking that truck free. Engine was froze up solid. That we definitely broke the drivetrain on there, breaking that one free. Well, never did break it free. But yeah, we definitely broke something drivetrain wise on that one. I don't remember what we broke again, but there was definitely a solid pop, and motor was still locked up. So it wasn't the motor that gave way. It was something drivetrain wise that went pop, and yeah, so much for that, everyone. Anyway, so much for that. It is time to wrap it up here this episode. So that you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. We are almost done planting here, so once we're done planting, we'll probably go ahead and skip to the month of April here. We'll come back and, yeah, month of April, we'll have a whole bunch more planting to go here because we got corn and probably, actually, you know what? Wait a minute. Sunflowers. I think sunflowers can be planted in March yet, right? Yes. Okay. Never mind on that. I think next month we're gonna come back and we're gonna plant sun. No, wait, next month. Next video. Next video we're gonna come back and plant sunflowers. That one. Same month. We'll get those planted. Then we'll skip ahead and start looking at April and corn and stuff. So again, thanks for watching, everyone. Till next time.